What's up, Go enthusiasts? We have today, this morning, a game between Shibano and kaiwen. I'm betting on kaiwen. Shibano toramaru plays white, and kaiwen plays black. Let's see the game. um, so black is alive in the bottom left. White has some influence to the bottom and the left. um, Black has some territories elsewhere and a potential area on the right side. White has some weaknesses over here and over here. This cut reminds me of the one that I just studied recently. I was looking at Hane and it was not as good, and cut was a better idea. But I'm not sure it's the same situation because white is a lot thinner here overall. I guess that means that the cut might be even better. I would descend here, but he wants to fight. It makes more sense, really, because white can be weak. I don't want to play. Gross. To get 7 non-game requests. Feels bad. uh, um, just like that. Okay. Now what for white? What can white do? Is this just gonna be a fallback moment? Wow, even connect. I thought it was fallback here, but connect. Okay, so those 2 stones are not exactly dead if it goes like this, right? Like they can't go down, but if they go up, I don't think black can cover. But it's not a very meaningful. Oh, he wants to go down once first and then go back up. Isn't that the right way? I think so. So black can block. If white goes down, black blocks here. I think white is dead. So black block, white goes back. Black connect under, white runs out. Usually that's not a good idea for white in these kinds of situations. But maybe there's a chance that you can catch something. I don't think so. Just thinking about whether he can involve this to make it working. Doesn't look like it. Looks like black is going to have a good fight here. A good start to the fight. It is. Obvious move is jump, like this. What is white gonna actually do? The ko in the corner, by the way, sucks. This is not a real thing. People don't actually get anything using it. Yeah, agreed. This is the right timing to go back. Mm. There. Okay, wait. So there is a possibility. I didn't necessarily like this go down idea. Yeah, you've got to play there if you want it to make sense. Is it aiming at a direct thing? I was thinking that we do have this one and a ladder, but now it's more like you have to play your cut first and give up. It's really bad to give up this extend. Give up this extend though, and just try to get all the sentes around here. So yeah, this way is making exact perfect sense. If black cuts like this, yeah, it's struggling out here, but we can throw in capture, right? Oh, maybe not. But it would be struggling because I could Atari all the way and capture this. So black definitely wants to come back. It's normal. And white is thinking, can I capture you directly? And you can. Is it good? Probably. Probably. Okay, maybe it was worthwhile to exchange all these to sort of force this way. Interesting move. This can mean that it was wrong not to exchange tiger, actually. Because if you block now, cut comes, capture, Atari, connect, and then run, give this, kill that. No, it's not good, it's not good. So can't be Atari then. Wow, I couldn't think of that Atari direction. I just didn't even consider that that could be good. He was thinking if I Atari here, yeah, that's working. I can do better. Anyway, we get the same kind of trading. Because here, if black had fallen back, then white would Atari here. And then breaking all this stuff and not necessarily dying here is good for white, for sure. So black wants to Atari, probably Atari again before you get Atari'd over here. But this is not looking that great for black. There is a cover. It's kind of insane. Probably not a good idea, but it's possible, so he goes for it. Reason why I'm saying it's probably not a good idea. If white falls back, both cuts are created, and then also all of these are white sente, so white will be able to make at least a co-life on the top side. Probably better than co-life. Maybe not much better than co-life. But anyway, obviously this cut comes in sente for white. After that, question what white wants to actually do now. Does decide to start the cut from over here. Trying to get the sente before you give up the sente on the other side is making perfect sense. Perfect sense. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Although black will cut and then immediate cut, won't he? Maybe not that perfect sense? Uh-oh. Seems like maybe wasn't a great... Huh? He wants the capture from behind. I didn't even see it. Somehow I missed F connect here, Atari here, black double capture. Wait, Atari here. It's not over. That's good for white. Good for white. So white can play here. Black, if black tries the other way, then Atari's and runs through this way. He's already sacrificing these. Can't be good. Oh, interesting order. Interesting. But still, white can extend first. So black is saying he's going to push through, and then white is going to play either Hane or block. If you Hane, you get this Ko. I think. No. You get Ko or black can do some really crazy stuff. I think Hane is correct. Yeah. It must be better than the other ways. But I don't actually know what's happening here. They may not either. My god. Involving all the weaknesses. Do not get lazy. Okay, so he's doing it this way. This way black can save these stones properly, but not these. And white will be safe on all sides. So white connects, black Atari, black Atari, black connects, white capture, black run. Hmm. Is there some more to do here? Let me think about it. Thinking about whether we can like press on this well. Atari, Atari. Probably not that much great stuff to do. Like I wanted a net thing, but it would never be good to give up the Ajis. It's gonna just be Atari, Atari into Atari cover. Hmm. 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 Wow. Black just knows that this is the best move. Are you sure? How do you know? He really wanted to ask White whether he's gonna put real pressure on this or not. And he's thinking like it's a great question move. Yeah, because if White would go here, Black would eat these stones and White would be really dying. So White doesn't get to keep any pressure on these. Black gets to capture there. Finally, it looks good for Black. Despite the fact that White was capturing, capturing, capturing at the start of this. Black gets so much influence in the center. Yeah, White breaks through everything everywhere, but Black will survive. This is alive in the corner, although it's a very sketchy life. No points. Kane, play Kane back, connect. So how is the game now? Black has some small territories and then this huge center. White has a big topside territory and still a problem to solve on the right side, although it's not going to be that hard. But it means that Black has some like something like this for this Sente, which isn't that impressive, but like some amount of extra power on the right side for Black. Oh, this way. Yang Kaiwen says I actually do have points. I didn't know about this method. He does have points though. He's correct. I forgot about that. I had seen that, but okay, that's just something worth remembering for sure. You want to have just a couple points rather than no points in the corner. If you play S3, it's easy to no points, but we can do better. Just play R1, get some points. So usually we play from the center first in these situations. Ah, wow, he plays really deep to it. I didn't think that you had to play that deep because we had our own area, so it's better to like emphasize our own area usually. Now I guess White will run out against it. Ah, but didn't want to because there's so much thickness. I see. So still we got it and they just answered. We like to do this first and then exchange this honey connect stuff later when we don't think we're gonna use the weaknesses anymore. Peep! It's just begging to be counterattacked, but if it does get counterattacked, this cut is clear Sente. And then these stones, if they can even descend in Sente to the left side, it's already a nuisance. Ooh, I do not like that move. I mean, maybe just as an exchange it's okay. But there's no way we should play over here in response to that one. That's giving away too much in the center. This is not a very big move in the bottom left, I don't think. Is it? He says it is. I can't believe it. I can't agree. Because this says you can't make long-term counterattacks, but you can still just make pressures. Like this one. Very natural idea out of Black here to turn. And it just says, yeah, I can't counterattack these, but I put a lot of pressure on your cutting point, so that means if I do get to save any of this stuff, it's really bad for you. Then this peep is still effective for controlling this area, despite the fact that it's not well placed. If Black just like spends some more random moves around here, it's gonna be an active move. Like, yeah, of course. So not a fan at all of this C18, which is not big enough. We should fight in the center. That's a nice move, though. That is a nice move. Aiming at Atari in cover here, so Black had to fix that somehow. He was choosing between this one and that one. I didn't even think of this one. I was just thinking you had to go back. And then I was looking at what was going to happen, but he says, hey, you can fix it in Sente. Can you even block, though? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look comfortable to block. Meaning we would get Atari and killed. But he has nothing else to do, so I don't know, one of these Ataris he's just gonna let it die. Presumably. I mean, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So I don't know which Atari he's decided to let die, but it can't be that one, and it can't be the next one, so I guess it's the last one. It does not seem correct. So like an Atari here and clean kill. Left side, very effective. Production. Wow. This is why Black was not Hana connecting here earlier. It's because he says, I can do more. Why only Hana connect? I have so much potential. Wow, look at that. Really? Really, really, really. Extend there is correct, I agree. Once we get this far. But wedge is surprising. It looks like it's going to cover something. Yeah, I was not thinking about it at all. But it looks like it can cover in the center. Very, very nice. Very, very nice to use this inside stuff. Make white come back and cover it. We can still come back over here, but first we get the cover from this using the Shores of Liberties, aiming at playing the connect. In theory, in the future, that connect can be strong because we can aim at this. White does the fix. But there's not that much territory over here, so it wasn't very big. I guess maybe now is the timing to go and use the Sente move over here and then fix over here. Yeah, so first we look at this. We're trying to say it's Sente for this thing. That's very unclear, to be honest, because this is Sente, and then they should be able to counterfight very hard. This one is forcing. We must play here, I think. Yeah. Excuse me. The easy thing for white to do is just answer. The hard thing for white to do is say, you haven't covered it. I think that white will probably do the hard thing. Yeah, over here. Now, black can't really do this right now, I think. It's really close, but needs a bit more power. Huh. You do get that. I can't block. You're right. He just covered over here. Kind of a weird choice by Shibano to run to this part. I wonder whether it had to do with saving this eventually. Ooh. We do take the Hana Connect here. Black was still reserving in hopes that he could use a counter. He didn't want white to get super thick. He was hoping that this thickness would be meaningful for the fight. But this is now meaningful. This Hane, if you cut, push, these stones are not dead, but have to rely on the outside weakness here, which relies on this push. Pretty interesting. Connect first. Connect first means you must run back, otherwise I descend. It's a massive thing. And then the outside is supposed to have gained from that. It's not exactly clear how. Maybe this cut is just good enough. Does not want to exchange the cut. Okay, not sure why we would exchange this then. I guess it's just not a bad exchange. Answer to that. Sure. That was always White's right. Is this thickness enough to be able to play here? It's at least enough for White not to be able to play here. So White finally fixed. White was like, this thickness might be enough to be able to play here. So I'll live. Cut, reconnect. So how's the game state? Black has this huge center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, and White has 1, 2, 3, 4. White is winning. White is leading a little bit here. So this is why Black pressed really actively over here, and then White was patient. I think they both know. Excuse me. This is the place where Black needs to try to make it come back. Or maybe here. Just fix it and wait. Reasonable idea. This was a big weakness. But looks like when White just settles the borders, White's gonna be fine. Black was conservative. It's the endgame over here. Basically, this one wasn't effective. Conservative by forced reality. Huh. Not sure what the point of that is. Seems like a slight loss for White compared to the potential to push here. Like if I had pushed here first, that would allow Black in, but not effectively. I don't think that was a good endgame exchange. Excuse me. Yeah, black couldn't gain much this endgame. Maybe just a little bit here and there. But this is effective for white. Black is gonna have to come back eventually to play the... How many points is this move? Let me be careful. One, right there. There it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-point gote. Only 6-point gote to play here? Oh, I didn't realize. That's only 6. Oh, actually only 5. When I look at the whole board. Only a 5-point gote, okay. Then understandable why they prefer this one, which is 4 plus the 2 in Sente. So actually this one is a 7-point gote over here. This one was only 5. I'll readjust. White should really try to capture this ko before black will fight it. And black will fight it, I think. Oh, use this one to say, are you really? Yeah, okay, fair enough. He can get it then without a co-threat at all. Good, good, good choice here. I didn't think of playing this move first. Kind of hard to think about, but clearly better. How do I find that consistently? How do I find that consistently? Any ko which my opponent does not want to connect, necessarily. They didn't want to connect it in the case where I fill liberties. So any situation where I have a liberty problem next to the ko, then I consider how to stop them from making it effective with... Yeah, okay. Back block, obvious. So there's still a 2-point move here, and then some 2-point moves throughout the board. And yeah, it looks like they're all about equal. Chooses this one, trying to get the right to do that. Maybe a good prioritization, because otherwise, no big difference. Get the 1-point Sente, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Isn't this a good 1-point Sente, despite the fact that we're leaving behind the push in Sente for them? Oh, start by pressing outwards, huh? So no, it wasn't, because this is what would happen locally, and you don't want to push for that now. Interesting. So we'll just go take our quasi-forcing move. That should really be forcing. Might just have a severe enough co-threat advantage to hold that while they played the whole endgame out. Huh. Play this one over the 2-pointer. because there was another. What exactly is going on with this part, by the way? Because this is Sentai, so this is just a straight 2-pointer, and that's just a straight 2-pointer. So we just pick the. We try to take the Sentai rather than try to take a 2-pointer, and then they say no. Yeah, it is accurate, actually, what they did. Perfectly accurate. Capture here means that they want to fight the Ko. This is all about fighting the Ko for the 3rd point. Oh. White said, I don't have co-thread advantage, or I'm gonna win anyway. Yeah, White was gonna win anyway. This is about what I counted, is 4.5 after giving up some at the last end game. I actually counted this game accurately. Hooray! But I didn't really judge it accurately as it was going through. I want to see this game in Katago point of view. So, we didn't see this part. I think that's Joseki. But it might not be well placed. Excuse me. My intuition was that this start of the fight is good for black, and that this is a bit strange for white. However, with this, and then the immediate counterattack, white managed to make a super strong counterfight on black here, where black really wanted to stop white from using the forcing moves to like run out, break stuff. So he fixed it, but that allowed white to make this strong catching move. So it seems like, although this seemed visually, optically is something good to do, perhaps it's overplay. Or at least at this moment, black needs to underplay more. Really hard. Really hard. I guess maybe black extend here is correct. So if black just extends here and then says, you know, long term, I'm still fighting you on both sides, it probably sets up a much better continuation. And then this one was a mistake, allowing this. Good Atari from the bottom side to force this stuff. And then this one, I was like, this is really sketchy. And he went for it anyway. And then there was a lot of deeper reading than I was doing here. And it was exciting. But at the end here, this move was great. But before that, white gained so much. Capture, capture. Even though black got this outside, maybe black was not really winning at this moment. So white went for territories, and white basically got a lot of territory here and broke all the right side. White gave away all of this stuff, but got Sentai to come over here because of the weakness. And this was a really big reduction. This underneath, and then this, I think it means Shibano knows he was winning. Which I didn't know. This was so strong, though. I feel like you must have gained 5 points at this. Black messed up. Black should have just played extend, allowed this, Hane, Atari, underneath. Yeah, much better that way. Then if Atari and capture, we get much more counter fighting. And yeah, if just capture back and we fall back this way, then white wouldn't be able to capture the whole left side like the game. So this way, black obviously got a better center control, but you can't give away the entire left side. That's just not reasonable to just start dying there for some center control. It's too much, too big. Then black wanted white to answer, so he would get a last thing, but I guess white's this move was like, are you really going to commit? And black said no. Then white was happy enough that he had reduced. And when black Yeah, so this stuff puts pressure on this weakness directly, and when black said it's fixed, then white said, alright, this is fixed, game over. And they played a soft endgame. I think they played pretty well in the endgame, but definitely a bit soft. Okay, I should have opened it up first and had my AI start analyzing before. But, you can watch it load in. So I guess that the critical portion of the game was, yeah, here. So my guess for the losing move is that black had to play this one. Also, this situation is kind of interesting. Trying to help these stones against those stones with cut is very reasonable. But I can't help but wonder whether it's optimal. Hmm. I mean, it should be optimal. I can totally understand where black is thinking it's optimal. Just curious to me. Yeah, I guess at this moment, probably reasonable what black is doing. Despite the fact that it gives up so much on the top side, you gotta give something and you get a lot back. Yeah, I guess here was also a mistake for black of some kind. No, not really. Wow, it was leading by 13 already here. It was more passive than I thought, the decisions. Wow, it was leading by so much. So okay, around here, game is fine. And cut is fine. It went like this. I was saying usually white shouldn't do that. In fact, white should actually die, which is very strange. Go die on purpose, and it's better than the one where you're not dead. And the like jump to punish is not even a punish. It's because of this one, and then running out. What? Running out the other side, give the 3 stones. Wow. So what you had to pay attention to was like not that much attacking potential, but more like actually have the areas. So it goes like this. Wow, it was not, my move is not correct. You can still get pressed like that? Seriously? Not even this way, because there's jump, I see. There is jump. Okay, so that's a reasonable concern, is that eventually white is going to jump here. So white can try to get time to fix these. So the point of this is now when you jump, then I can run out with this one, and I'm also putting pressure here. So are you going to go back and cover my stones over there? Well, then I'll cover your stones, and it's not so clean, huh? Wow, okay. So this was reasonable. And after that, it was a mistake to go through. Huh. So if this way and here, you had to run, give up that. Totally different fighting control. So now white kills the corner, and then black has a huge outside potential to cut over here. Potential to put pressure on this, too. And this way black is better. Oh. If white had a target here, black was going to connect. Yeah, I understood that, but I didn't realize that black had to run out there, or that black even could think about that. This recommends co-fight. Hard to do as a human. When you have this kind of cover, it's hard to be like, no, I won't do that. But his cut here was wrong, because the white thing was working. His cut here was super wrong. Oh, he had nothing to do. Oh, White managed to get enough with this, huh? Already it was more than enough just to be able to capture on both sides. Yeah. So white was winning a lot, actually. It was not that close, which is why white was not playing center fighting, but just this super slow stuff. And why black was trying to be so intense. Yeah, play here, be really intense, just because you gotta be intense. It was better to do this, yes, but not this way, because this way is too much of an easy gain for white. Had to do this one and say, come at me. Come at me, I can handle it. Really scary. So I gained some more there, but the game was actually already over. I didn't even know. This one's a bit slow. There. So let's say we get it, and say we get this. What's the actual point? We're supposed to go over here? Yeah, no way. But when you go here, point is that black can block, which allows the block over here, and the block here is Sentai in the future. I didn't realize that's so big, but it is actually. Yeah, black also missed it, but when I check how big it is, that is really, yeah, that is a lot of points. Ooh, that is a lot of points. Oh, okay. So that was critical. I didn't even realize that black was gaining like a lot when white is passive here. And yeah. Finally when white saved here, that was a bit passive too, but it was just a simple endgame. Here I thought this is wrong because this one is better, but I was wrong. That makes sense. That makes sense when I look at it again. Although this one is not great, it's not worse actually. Were they making actual big errors around here? Really? There. It's definitely not 1.7 point mistake. Not that big. But it is a mistake. think a 1 point. Oh, obviously this is Sente, but I didn't realize that it can be better to use that in here and give no points to be able to reduce one. And the reason why is because we need Sente and this is not as big. Yeah, sure. Wait, I actually got that too. Then how to go wrong? Oh, wait, use this one. Perfect. So the point is that we have something going on. Oh, it's this. I thought it was with cut, and then we can gain something to the left side end game. But it's actually this one first, and then with cut, and then with extend here. What exactly is going on? How is this effective? Here, here, cut. You have to play there. I can play all sorts of ways. If we just cut first, I was thinking that this is the thing that we're asking about. Like, hey, can I get some underneath stuff? Fill all your liberties, be effective. I guess this is the stuff we're asking about. It's just... So black cannot easily hane here. We can press on the liberty. Oh, and this one is pressing on liberties. So now if black just captured, then this is supposed to be Sente with this one, where you have to answer, and then this one. Brilliant. Yes. So that's why this one is pressing on liberties, but it still isn't quite enough yet to be a real pressure. Oh, but at least we get this Sente, so we have this one as well. And then we still have mild liberty pressure here, just enough in order to get these Sente. These Sente and this one, all combining into being better game. The game. Wow, so you can cut to aim at the extend here. Yeah, extend to cause trouble to this, and then also the other. Oh, it wasn't just the left side. I was thinking this one is the obvious like 1 point reverse Sente, and then also the left side endgame. Shores of Liberty being worth 2. But hmm, it's not quite that. It's something different. Anyway, nice demonstration of something going on still at the end. But yeah, really clear. After this, game was so hard for black. He just insta answered, but he wasn't even supposed to because this was so devastating. Which is really mean because we're gonna be dead here, locally speaking, and have to just fight that, I guess, instead of fighting this. Because when you cut here, then this was great reading by Shibano. Excellent play by Shibano. So AI is saying black should just admit death at this moment. Do not try to fight against it, but just say, yeah, I got captured. You connected. And that is better than what happened in the game, where even though black did manage to get something back, it came at greater cost in the form of both of those captures and white Sente and white pressure. Wow, okay. Trading, 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 trading. It's the only way when the opponent does something strong that we can use the good trading to put pressure. Instructive game. They knew also how the game state was, how much white was leading, much better than me. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of reading which matters. Okay. I feel like I understand a bit better what they do in Like per position, their strategy is changing and it's useful. Yeah. I feel like I can play a bit more like that in the strong fighting. Not that well, and I also think I can play a bit more like that in the after fighting as well to make the game clean. It was clear. But yeah. I can. I know how to do that. I just need to get a lot more information and get like ready. Okay, it's a nice game. I understand that that's the kind of information you're supposed to get all the time. Yeah. Okay, clear. I think the types of information I'm supposed to scout per game. Clear. Per game state. Okay, I'll let you go and upload this to Telesmego. Enjoy. Have a good day. Bye bye.